here. It'll be a little bit before anyone trickles in, I'm sure. So we'll just hang out and wait. We're going to talk about this trailer, the old Farmall there, all the John Deere garden tractors, the normal, all that fun stuff. So we'll see who joins, but yeah. Also about the storm cleanup. I won't be live for long because oh, everything's announcing me being live. That's too funny. Yeah, I won't be live for long because I do have to continue working. Let's also make sure to stay hydrated. Let's see if I can just set the phone right. Oop. Will it sit up for me nice so I can have a drink? Yes. Beautiful. So as I was saying, I won't be live for long because I have a lot of work yet to do. But I'm going to do a quick walk around and talk you guys through everything, and we'll see how long it ends up being, and then I'll get back to work. All right, that's enough hydration for the moment. Definitely always stay hydrated. Okay, so trailer. This is a 16-foot by 78-inch trailer. I don't know why the width is measured in inches. That's just the way it is. Don't ask. We do weird things here in the States. Deck is in pretty good shape. This oil mess is from me. We'll talk about that in a minute. That stain is older. Don't care. The oil is not going to hurt the wood at all. It is just used motor oil. If anything, it will actually protect the wood by keeping moisture out of it. It does have a few minor things I have to take care of before I can really use it, like that. Yeah, that's got to get removed. I'll have to put a pair of vice grips on it and spin it out. As you can see, I have temporary magnet-on lights on it because that light is totally missing. Busted right off. That light is unknown condition. I'm going to replace them with a similar set of lights to the ones that are on it, but they won't be exactly the same. Yeah, so it is a heavy-duty trailer. It is old. It is kind of beat-up metal work, but really, I don't care. It will haul the Farmall. That's all I cared about. Getting something that will haul the Farmall around and give us what we need in order to take it to like the Buckley Old Engine Show and things of that nature. Shed's still in pretty good state. There's some clutter right here by the doorway, but that's just because I'm doing things right now. Jugs of used motor oil. That's how the stain, the new stain got on the trailer. I had those sitting on there while I was dumping from the oil catch pan into there. So, the old Farmall, she's running great. I mean, great. There's the oil catch pan, which I still need to clean that up as well. The important thing, it looks messy up here. It looks all messy here. This is all just residual. I was setting things up here. Basically, all of the components of this got set up on top there. I took this apart and reseated it so that it stopped leaking. Yeah, that was a fun project. We made a little bit of a mess. But, like I was saying, she is running beautifully. We will just... She's been off for a couple of hours, so this will be a cold start. Throttle up just a little bit, and contact. Right to life now. She does still stumble just a little bit until she warms up, but if you look at that sediment bowl, there's still water in the fuel. And I'll have to, it's getting almost to the point where I need to empty the sediment bowl again. But Yeah. She's a happy old girl, and I'm just going to leave her run. Okay, so the little trailer. Now that I have the big one, the little one's going to have to go bye-bye. Not immediately. I am going to do exactly what I said. I'm going to strip it all down, take it all apart, clean it all up, repaint it, make it nice again. And then I will sell it because I'll get more money out of it that way. I might even get as much as I bought that one for. These are the lights that are the same style of lights as are going to go on that trailer. I'm going to buy the exact same kit. And I still have to repair this one. You may or may not know, someone hit my trailer, broke that light while I was inside Tractor Supply. They didn't do that. That was already bent. This was not broken and bent though. So I'm gonna have to straighten that bracket back out and repair the actual light so that it can be reconnected. And then I will put some effort into this trailer, make it nice, get that all straightened out again, and things like that. Obviously, I'll take my snowblower off. The old fuel petcock assembly for the farm hall there. So yeah, that's what's going on there. And I'll run the wires properly when I refurbish the trailer, of course. I don't know exactly when I'm going to start or how long it's going to take, but I figure I'll have this sold by the end of the summer. And I'm just going to have them transfer that plate to the new trailer because I won't need this little guy anymore. Unless they won't let me, of course. So this is the good, quote, good one. This is the one that I'm trying to get back to a really good state. Unfortunately, it was out here for the storm. Thankfully, nothing fell on any of them because all three of these, plus the 212, which I've been tinkering with a little bit today when I need a break from other work, those were all out here for the storm. Let's see. So we have our pile of branches and whatnot here. These are not from the storm. These were already here. There are still more to clean up over there on the other side of the tent shed from the storm. But we do have our cordwood saw here, also known as a buzz saw. It's belt driven off the tractor. It might look like garbage with all the lichen growing on it and everything, but these pillow blocks are in pretty good shape. It's very, very easy to spin it by hand. I'm going to not have any problem at all with the belt. In fact, the only problem I'm going to have is getting the belt on. In order to put a belt on, you actually have to partially disconnect this pillow block, lift it up, and slip the belt under it. It's the only thing I don't like about it. I prefer the ones where with the belt pulley on the outside of the outer pillow block. That's the inner pillow block. That's the outer. But that said, relatively simple. And once I get the belt on it, I will probably just leave it there. Whoop, hold on, guys. All right, sorry about that. Yeah, anyway, I will probably just leave it there. There's more John Deere 110 parts. There's my super funnel thing that I made. All right, you can see this is not overgrown like all of that. My yard is in a really rough shape. Very overgrown in a lot of spots. Oh, I missed a little bit right there. Have to get the weed whacker back out. I actually weed whacked this rather than mowed it. I got garbage that was in the tall grass hidden. I got to pick up and everything. What I need to do is get all these John Deere tractors parked neatly by the fence here, because I got to have tree guys able to get into the yard. You can see, hopefully you can see right there is a loose branch. It busted off and it's literally just laying up there in the tree. A strong wind in the right direction can blow it down. What you may also be able to see, let's see, can I zoom? No, oh, yep, that was terrible. It's very jumpy. All right, there we go. That you can see up there. Okay, refocus. There's another branch hanging almost straight down with dead leaves on it. And then if I go over here, get in the right angle for it, there's a big one split up there. And that could also come down. You can maybe see, where is it in the camera? Follow this one up, and you might be able to see the one hanging almost straight down up there. Anyway, it's, of course, the cloud decides to come over right as I'm doing this. Yeah, there's a lot of broken stuff loose. You can get a better shot of that one. There's actually two. I didn't even know about this one over here. Lots of loose, dangerous stuff. I just keep seeing more as I'm standing here. Then I'm going to have professionals come and take out of the tree. There we go. Zoom back out to the normal zoom level. So, before, you know, that's the dog area. Before that falls on the dog, or worse, on the house. I wanted to have all 4 of these maple trees removed because they are doing this. It's not the first time. But, so there's 1, 2, 3. That one's really big too. And then 4. I was quoted a few different prices. One was $5,000. Another one was almost 11 grand just to remove those 4 trees. Those are not acceptable numbers, people. Yeah, I realize that it is not exactly cheap, but I'm not asking them to cut them up into firewood chunks or anything like that. I have my own chainsaws. I can do that. All I'm asking is for them to lay them on the ground. Yes, they got to come in with booms because of the buildings and take them down in sections, but it's still only like an hour and a half, 2 hours per tree, and they want to charge me over $1,000 per tree. It's a little on the ridiculous side, in my opinion, and that's the cheap guy. I mean, I could rent a boom and do it myself. It's just dangerous. So Lady Metal won't let me, but yeah. And of course, I'm sure you can hear the whining dogs up there on the porch. Let's wander over there a little bit. We can look at. So this one with all the leaves on it is the one that was wedged sideways in that tree. I was able to trim things up enough to, with my pole saw, to be able to knock it out of the tree myself. Oh no, I lied. This was actually a branch that was going over here towards the house that we noticed was in rough shape, and we brought it down. This one is the one that was wedged, but all this is going to get cleaned up and bucked up into firewood length like the rest of this, and the brush will deal with however we deal with it. Probably have a bonfire or 3 after it dries out a little bit, of course. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I got the tent shed back where it's supposed to be, although I got to deal with stuff like that. 212, which supposedly, according to the previous owner, will run. Won't start. Won't even try to start. Hook up the jump pack with a 13 volts in it. Sit on the seat, push in the clutch. It does nothing. Not even a click. You turn the key and there's just nothing to it. But looking at these these cables, the connections are pretty garbage. So probably have to take this all apart, get down in there. The wiring looks pretty rough. There's probably, a mouse chewed through a wire or something like that. Something stupid and simple, and hopefully I'll be able to get her running right away. Because I'd like to use it. mostly to tow the other 3 around. Obviously in here I still have the one that I've been fixing up to sell. That's not a garden tractor, it's a lawn tractor. These are all garden tractors. So yeah, take that for what it's worth. I didn't realize how hefty the hitch point was on this. I could actually put this small trailer behind it. That's nice. I could even really put the big one behind it. They're both 2-inch ball. So yeah, that'll work. And that's pretty much where we're at. I had hoped to have started on the shed roof by now, but that metal's not going anywhere. And after that storm, there's much more important work to be done. Hi, Farmall. We love you. Much more important work to be done. Like finishing the cleanup out here. Oh, I started to talk about it. I'm going to, after I get these 3 kind of out of the way at least, maybe I'll push them onto the cement pad rather than moving them along the fence. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. But I want to spin the cordwood saw. I got to bring the compressor back out. The far tire there's flat as flat can be again. Might have to put some tire slime in it. If it was something I was towing down the road all the time, I would not put tire slime in it. I would never advise anyone to use tire slime, except maybe on farm equipment and stuff like this that you're just pulling around your yard. Yeah, I'll get that spun around in a way that I basically probably park it right here, get the belt hooked up, and start chopping all this up. Anything I haven't cut up over there, I'll chop up as well. Yeah, that is where we are at. Progress is being made, slowly but surely. Give you guys a final bit on the Farmall before I let you go. I'm gonna have to paint that muffler. You would think they would use high temp paint on a muffler. Good thing I have that stove paint. That's 2,000 degree paint Fahrenheit, 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't think we're gonna hit that with a muffler. If we do, the muffler's probably melting. Alrighty, everybody. I'd like to thank you all for watching. And as always, I will see you on the next one.